Just as we are moving slowly back into our seats, I'd like to invite our next speaker, Venerable Upekkha, who will be sharing a heartfelt talk titled Be Kind to Yourself. The world needs it. So a bit about Venerable. She was born in Sri Lanka in 1974 after long retreats in Malaysia and Myanmar with her husband, who later also ordained as a monk. She joined Dhammasara Monastery in 2009, a Theravada monastery for Buddhist nuns under the auspices of Ajahn Brahm. She has been a part of that community since. Venerable Upekkha ordained in 2011 and took Bhikkhuni ordination in 2014. So please join me in welcoming Venerable Upekkha.
So I'm supposed to stop everyone from falling asleep right now. Okay, well, 1:50. So I actually prepared this talk because I listened to Matthew Ricard before thinking of a title. And the title of his talk was Altruism. And my title is Altruism Towards Oneself. Kindness towards oneself. I don't know anyone who has practiced for more than a day. When you sit down to meditate, or maybe many, many years of practice, we find that the hardest person to be compassionate towards, I don't know about you, but you know, having spent so many years of my life on meditation retreats, the hardest person still to love is myself. I don't know who else has this problem. Oh, good. Good. Always relieved. So yes, so I thought I'd talk today about something that I've struggled with, and maybe our society struggles with, of having a critical mind, of somehow we've honed our ability to find fault. That I'm not sure what it is. Our education system, probably. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but we've been trained to find the mistake. What's wrong? What's wrong with this picture? Two pictures. What's wrong with this one? You know, you go to school, you get an exam paper back from class, and you go like, oh damn, I got 3 wrong. I got 97 right, but I got 3 wrong. I mean, that's somehow how we seem to think, isn't it? Or we seem to like to think. And so when we sit down to meditate, that seems to be what happens. We notice all the, as Ajahn Brahm talks about, we notice all the bad bricks in the wall, and we become extremely good at well, noticing all our mistakes. And then we take the tools of meditation. Now I have tools. Now I can start repairing, take everything out. This meditation, that meditation, metta, loving kindness, anything to try and repair our minds. So, so I thought I'd talk today about what I found useful is actually a bona fide meditation practice. Is the practice of Silanusati. Now, we have had a very profound talk on non-self earlier on today, but all of that is based on the foundation of feeling good about yourself, of that if you have not hurt anybody, and you have acted um, keeping your precepts, that that foundation is exactly what the Buddha talked about: sila, then samadhi and panya. But we don't spend enough time as Buddhists. We think it's, obvious, five precepts, obvious, to to no brain and not so difficult to explain, to talk about sila, to talk about the importance of virtue and this practice of sila anusati, of reflecting on your virtue. So yeah, like I said, this is a it's an actual bona fide methodation method, not only profound things like uh, reflecting on dependent origination, or the 16 steps of anapanasati, but silanusati, reflecting on your virtue, also leads the mind to a place of uh, stillness, believe it or not. So, but more than anything, it inspires us, because the Buddha said that a mind that is what leads to samadhi is a mind that is joyful, a mind that is full of goodness. And you know what? We've got it. We just don't focus on it. We focus on the, oh, damn, I shouldn't have said that at the end of the day, as opposed to the 999 nice things we said today. So, what I find I kind of do for myself is reflect at the end of the day, what, how did my day go? What did I do today? How did I wake up? What did I talk about? And just go through my day and notice kind of, we go to bed with, we remember the thing that I forgot to do. But go through and think, now I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And think of all the things that you did do, the good things that you did in your day. So when we do this, we realize there's a hang of a lot of good things, like coming here today. I'm sure when you go to bed, you'll only just feel tired, but the fact that you came here, wanted to come here, is an incredibly good thing. But we don't think of that. So when we reflect this way, when we focus on what in my day led to peace, led to happiness, or led to a sense of well-being, and what led to feeling agitated, we build up um, a clarity, of what leads to happiness. In your mind, aha, when I said that thing, um, I'm so glad I said it. I'm so glad I didn't say it. So you build up a sense of moral clarity of what leads to happiness, what leads away from happiness. So reflecting in this way, in this day, on such a simple thing, it is nothing profound. You don't have to be a great meditator. It's the everyday things in our life that we use to as part of our path. And in this way, the everyday things in our life become powerful. So I love telling the story of I think it's from, I listen to all these things online, they turn up online and you click. Some of them you go like, why did I waste my time watching Mr. Bean? Um, but some of them are good. And this one was this little 9-year-old who has read the Bhagavad Gita 7 times. Anyway, one of those little child prodigies. She was just told a little story which just sticks in my mind. And so it's of Krishna being Krishna in his apparition, sees someone building a Krishna temple. So he goes down in his apparition. Nobody knows who he is. And he says, "Oh, what are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm building a Krishna temple." And he says, "Well, why are you building a Krishna temple?" And he says, "I got the contract, pays the bills." And he says, "Oh, all right." So anyway, he sees later on another person building a Krishna temple. So down goes Krishna in his apparition. He says, "Oh, what are you up to?" And he says, "Well, I'm building a Krishna temple." And Krishna says, "Oh, why are you building a Krishna temple?" He says, "Oh, I love building. And this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate. I just, I love wood, the joinery. I love the craftsmanship. And this is just the most amazing design and detail. And, it's a work of art. And I'm just happy to build something of this caliber." So he said, "All right, okay." And so he sees, he goes back again, and then he sees a third person building a Krishna temple. And then he goes to him and he says, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he says, "I'm building a Krishna temple." He says, "Oh, well," Krishna says, "well, why are you building a Krishna temple?" And he replies, "I'm doing it for God." That same act that we do every single day, whether we are a receptionist working in a hospital, or you're sweeping the floors of the monastery, or whatever it is we do, um, we become robots at it. We kind of think of it as just I'm paying the bills, and at the very best, I'm enjoying, whatever it is, putting this spreadsheet together. But can we change the way we do our everyday little tasks to be something that is of service, of something that is service to something far bigger than ourselves? Something you could say for God or for humanity. Really, the little things that we do. If you didn't cook today, for example, your children wouldn't have eaten, and it would be very difficult for them. Or yeah, if you didn't fill out that form for that client, they would have been in a really big mess. Whatever it is, making your everyday work, everyday moments, something divine, something far for beyond yourself. You are doing a service. And so when you reflect on your day, and you reflect on your quality of your heart, you make the everyday events of your life something that is a gift to the world, and not just paying the bills. So yeah, so this is something I've sort of try to do, and I encourage you to do, just to take stock of your day every day, instead of it just being a blur. Then you kind of like, oh, 10 years has gone by, 30 years have gone by, and you wonder what happened to my life. So yeah, life is precious. So anyway, I thought I'd just perhaps go through the 5 precepts. So simple, so ABC to us complicated human beings, and just look at how we do keep them, and to rejoice. Uh, rejoice. I have a friend who's an accountant, so, and she has this spreadsheet. She has this spreadsheet of all the, like, the 5 precepts, and extra things like how much time did I spend on the internet? How much time did I spend on social media? a list of things that you could see are her, you could say her performance criteria. Anyway, things that she would like to, things that she values, and just kind of goes, tick. I didn't kill anybody today. Uh, feels good. But yes, you don't have to quite have a spreadsheet, but let's just go through and think of how we did keep these, keep each precept, and how much joy it brings to the mind when you reflect on your goodness. You reflect on just the simple fact that I have not harmed anybody today. I have not hurt a single creature today. I have not. There was a mosquito that I could have swatted, and I didn't. Remember that moment? I restrained myself. Or there was a fly buzzing on the window. I carefully picked, got a cup on it and sent it out the door. All these little things that we do, just noticing in my day, I did not harm a single creature. Or you're vegetarian, you could say. No being, large being, maybe small being, no being was um, killed that I have to eat today. So just the first precept alone, just I have, I have been harmless. I have not hurt any being. And really, what an amazing thing. What is it? The Buddha says these precepts, you bring fearlessness to other people. In your presence, no one is afraid. No one is afraid that they would be uh, hurt, because there are many people, obviously, who do hurt, and I was not one of them. Doesn't it feel good? I feel good. Yes. So these precepts also, there's a monk, Bhante Dhammika, um, who has these lovely counter precepts that when I was young, my mother used to recite them, and she reminded them, that Bhante Dhammika's counter precepts, you should tell people about that too. So anyway, so these counter precepts, and the counter precepts, I'll tell you, for killing is like, I will act for the welfare and happiness of all beings. So I will act for the welfare and happiness of beings. How we do that every day, in our jobs, um, all of us, we are acting for the welfare and happiness of all beings. And so to rejoice in that, to rejoice in that. So yeah, the second one is of not stealing. Simple, not stealing. Really, 5 minutes? I only just got going. Okay, okay, all right. So yeah, maybe we'll go through quickly. But yes, again, little things that you did during the day. You could have taken that paper from the printer at work and brought it home, but you didn't. Or so many little things that we restrained ourselves. We restrained ourselves. So yeah. How can I say this all in 5 minutes? 5 minutes. So yes, so all these precepts are based on your intention. Your intention not um, not to harm, to be honest, to be truly honest. And these little things of honesty that's what gives you integrity, isn't it? That's what makes you feel that I'm a worthy human being. I didn't I was honest today. you know. And when you are truthful like this, when you're truthful to your about things externally, then you are also truthful um, internally. Like, you're truthful about your, you know, the Dhamma. You're not in control of things. I would like to have my brain work in a particular way, and it doesn't. So you can see things more clearly when you're honest. And when you're honest outside, you can be honest inside. And so, yeah. And uh, and then you become, you could say, uh, you create these little things add up. These little things add up. Uh, I have this lovely story that, and I can't remember the lovely story leading up to it, but basically it's a red Indian, American Indian story of there are two dogs in your head, a black dog and a white dog. And as you um, grow older, one of those dogs is going to win. And which dog wins in your life? The black dog or the white dog? So this is the question the grandfather puts to his granddaughter, something like that. And so the answer to which dog, in the black dog or the white dog in your mind, lives, which one becomes you, which dog it is that lives, is the dog you feed. It's the dog in your everyday life that you feed. The thoughts of kindness, little ones, added up day after day, life after life, year after year. Sorry, year after year, life after life. That is what is going to live, and the other one is going to die. I like this other quote, which I Googled and found it was from Lao Tzu. But anyway, he says, your thoughts, what is it? Your thoughts become, yeah, your thoughts become words, and your words become actions, and your everyday actions is what builds your character, and your character is going to be your destiny. So we wonder how we end up where we are, what we're doing. It's from those everyday little acts that have brought us to who we are today. So just to keep that in mind, and to keep those little things in mind, and rejoice in all our tiny little random acts of kindness as well that we do every day, that is actually who we are. Okay, thank you so much.